and moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all over the place.
There's no blood. Only thing he's absolutely covered in is BS. He checks his palm for blood. Go ahead, try it. It will look the same.
In order to see the chart,
Watch the head dip.
I started to, like this, turn to my right. That said, take a look what happened. Look what happened.
It's an acoustic startle reflex. Google it. He also needs to clean up the fact that he was not facing the shooter.
A little bit further turn, which I'm very lucky I didn't do. Heard a loud whizzing sound and felt something hit me really, really hard
He's hedging.
on my right ear. I said to myself, wow, what was that? It can only be a bullet. And in one movement proceeded to drop to the ground.
You failed to mention the officer running into your head so hard it knocked off your shoes and hat.
And you'll never hear it from me a second time because it's actually too painful to tell.
There's some question about whether or not it's a bullet or shrapnel that that hit his ear. So let us get that.
It's my understanding that the very first one was the one that hit the president. Is that very first shot, or is that not accurate?
I don't, as I sit here right now, I don't know the answer to that. I believe we know the answer to that. I just don't have it in front of me.
Okay.
Trump highlighted this miraculous photo as proof that he was shot, and had his former doctor, Ronnie Jackson, vouch for a bullet. They are both frauds.
The amazing thing is that prior to the shot, if I had not moved my head at that very last instant, the assassin's bullet would have perfectly hit its mark. Incredible aspect of what took place on that terrible evening in the fading sun.
In the fading sun is not insignificant. Has to do with technical skepticism of the bullet photo. FYI, sunset was 2.5 hours away. You can watch a video on these 3 fraudulent photos.
In fact, many of them bravely, but automatically stood up looking for where the sniper would be. They knew immediately it was a sniper. And then began pointing at him. You can see that if you look at the group behind me. That was just a small group. You want to really see something that said,
I have no idea why he's lying about the crowd pointing. I guess he just enjoys it. I know why he's lying about it being a sniper.
Not typically something that a sniper in the Army would choose by any means. You're not going to be very accurate past 50 yards, especially if you're not very trained as a shooter. 2.3 was really not originally designed to be a lethal round. It was more designed to injure.
They knew I was in very serious trouble. They saw it. They saw me go down. They saw the blood and thought, actually most did, that I was dead. They knew it was a shot to the head. They saw the blood.
Did you see whether Trump himself was actually shot?
No, he wasn't shot. To me?
Yeah, I believe it's left ear.
Right here. But it could have been when they tackled him to the ground too. So.
And there's an interesting statistic. The ears are the bloodiest part. If something happens with the ears, they bleed more than any other part of the body. For whatever reason, the doctors told me that. I said, why is there so much blood? He said, it's the ears. They bleed more.
Ear was cut, but the blood streaks came from the mouth. Photographer Doug Mills accidentally let that slip out.
Looked very pale at the time, and then all the blood was on his ear and then coming out of it or around his mouth.
Oopsie.
Once my clenched fist went up, and it was high into the air. You've all seen that.
What I see is that when you unclenched your fist, there still isn't any blood.
In watching the reports over the last few days, many people say it was a providential moment. Probably was. So many people have asked me, what happened? Tell us what happened, please. And therefore, I will tell you exactly what happened.
Shooting was real. Impact locations suggest a bullet spray. First one struck the bleachers. Can't tell how close it came to Trump. An investigation could easily find its trajectory. The con was to show Trump was shot and not injured in this collision with officer's right hip. The gun holster is carried there. There's no evidence of staging or a blood squib. People know it's fishy and are reaching for anything. Even Trump's oversized ear bandage was part of the deceit, as it allowed injury leeway. You can find detailed videos on these aspects on the YouTube channel.